Welcome back to Badass Witches TV and Badass Tarot. And this is going to be my third reading following up on the Kenneka Jenkins investigation. Okay. And it's been a couple of weeks. A lot of things have developed over the past couple of weeks. And so basically, we're kind of everybody's it's kind of very confusing right now, okay? And because nobody knows what's happening or why it's happening, and I still have a good feeling about the outcome because there's a lot of twists and turns that are happening that you know seem to be pointing towards them trying to, or having no choice but to hold someone accountable. Okay, and my question with this reading right here is basically, what are we missing? There's something that we're missing here. There's something that we're missing, and where do we go from here? Okay, in the Kenneka Jenkins case, in the Kenneka Jenkins investigation, and I have two cards here that have fallen. The first card is the Five of Discs. Okay, let me show y'all the image. And the Five of Discs basically represents money. Okay, it represents money, problems, it represents insecurity, hardships. Okay, so money problems, insecurities, and hardships. Okay, this is telling me um, why this happened. Okay, um, it was about money. It was because this is why the friends and the people that knew her who were involved. This is why they were involved. It was strictly for money, and yes, they were willing to sell her out um, to come up. Okay, and so that is why this has happened. Okay, that's the reason why the friends did participate in it. Okay, so and I also want to say that when I did my first two readings, and since then I've looked at some videos, a few more videos than what I had looked at before I did those readings, and I see faces, I've seen names and stuff. And I just want to make a note that the people that I've seen, okay, the first readings that I did, I remember feeling that her best friend was not involved and didn't have anything to do with it. And I'm still, that I still feel that. However, the people that they are portraying as the best friends and the close friends of Kenneka are not the people that I was feeling. Okay, so what I want to say is, as far as in the investigation, and as far as what I see of the people who have basically been put in the spotlight, is that no one is exempt. Okay, no one has been cleared yet. And at this point, no one is exempt as far as the group of friends that have been seen on these videos. Okay, and I had two cards that fell out. Okay, so the second card is the Prince of Swords. Okay, Prince of Swords, and the Prince of Swords basically represents this is someone who has okay, and the question again, let me stay focused on the question as I read these cards, because the question was, where do we go from here? And what was the question? Where do we go from here? And what are we missing? What are we missing? Okay, so again, this is a person who has a very strong mind, a person who okay, this represents okay, because the first card came out, and it was the friends, the five of discs. Okay, and that is why they, because the question that was also on my heart was, why did this happen? Um, you know, and what are we missing? Okay, and where do we go from here? Okay, so what are we missing? Okay, we're missing this person who actually, um, the Prince of Swords represents this person who actually, uh, like arranged all of this stuff and carried it out. Okay, that person is being hidden. That is not one of the people who's being put in the spotlight and in the limelight. Okay, so what we're missing is the fact that the friends did this for money. Okay, so they were offered money by these bigger people. Okay, there's one guy in particular that has dealt with. Um, I'm trying to figure out if it is the guy there's a guy that is connected to this hotel, has financial interests and financial investments in this hotel. Okay, and he made an arrangement. Okay, and I'm trying to really feel a female or a male. Um, and the energy is weird because this may be someone who is, it feels like a female with a male energy. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that at that for right now. But a very strong-minded female and male or something. Okay, it may be two people, it may be one person, but a female and a male. Okay, that did this, okay, that arranged this, and that actually committed the fucking crime. Now, there were a lot of people involved, okay, a lot of people handled Kenneka's body during the crime, before, after, and during the crime, okay. A lot of people are worried and scared, just like I've said from the point one. But it's like they're getting zoomed in on even now. They're having lights shined on them now because people are not backing down, and that is because the spirit of Kenneka is not backing down. Okay, and Kenneka is not allowing people to forget about her. She's not allowing her name to be forgotten. And like I said from day one, this case is going to be monumental because it is going to be shining light on a lot of things that have been going on in the dark. Okay, for those of you who are religious, we are in those times that are written about in the religious texts. Okay, I myself am not religious, but I do know that is truth in just about every religious text, which I have studied just about every religion that I could get my hands on. Okay, so this time has been written about. People have dreamt about it. People have been warned spiritually. Those of us who are sensitive have been told this time would come, and we're in it. We're here, okay? Because more than just this is going on. There's a lot still going on and still happening, okay? And we have another card, and again, I'm not asking specific questions. I'm just asking and letting the questions hang in the air. Where do we go from here? And there's three questions that I really want to know. Why did this happen? Where do we go from here? Let me see. Why did this happen? What are we missing? Okay, there's something that we're missing, and where do we go from here? Okay, and I have a card here, and it's the Seven of Wands, and if you look at the image, it is people fighting, okay? A woman fighting a stronger man and about to be pushed over a ledge, okay? So she's telling me that there was a fight, there was a struggle. Um, they weren't expecting her to be as strong as she was. Someone's ego was hurt. Someone's pride was hurt because um, there was a fight, and she fought. She was fighting for her life, okay, but fighting a losing battle because she was just, a little girl essentially trying to fight off the devil, okay, in many different faces and forms. All of these low down, dirty ass fucking people was had their hands on this baby, okay? All these low down, dirty ass, fucking soulless ass motherfuckers had their hands on this baby, okay? And her friends, her so called friends, these people who had her at this party, they handed her over to the devil. And they are going to pay. They're going to pay. Okay? You all are going to pay for what you've done. And you know it. You're paying right now. Okay? And it's not going to end. Not even with you trying to kill yourselves. Not even with that. The next card is the Two of Wands. Okay? And the Two of Wands. This is another man. Okay? This person is not happy with the way things are going down, okay? Because the plan was that this was supposed to have been shut up a long time ago. The plan was that within a week of Kenneka Jenkins formally, trying to shut down the protest, that it would begin to die down and we'd be on to the next hot topic in the news. And that has not happened, okay? Even those people that have tried to back out of it and to not play their role that they know that they're supposed to be playing in this, a lot of people don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. None of us want to do this, but we know that it's our job. So, they might back out and try to back out and all that stuff, and I don't blame them, but ultimately your spirit is not going to allow you to. Like, the war has begun, and believe it or not, you are a soldier who was prepared for this before this time came, and that is why you cannot back down. And it's the reason, I'm not saying the main reason, but you have a very big role to play in this war. You have a position to fill, and no one else can fill the position but you. So, those who have, and I know that you know what I mean, like those who have tried to ignore this, those who have tried to back down, and those who have tried to shut up, you're not going to be able to, okay? And I just want to send a shout out to all the people who are doing great work on the case. Mike Larry 2010, Straight Drop News, Kate 420, I believe, Beach Beauty 35, Chosen King, and those are like the main people that I've been listening to. There's another one, I can't remember his name, but it has the letters FED in them, okay? And these people have been working really hard, and one of those people is the guy that I mentioned in my other reading. So he's a tough soldier, okay? So, fearless soldier. I appreciate you, brother. And I'm trying to zoom in on questions that we all have. Like we know. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we know that we know that there was foul play here. We know that a lot of people were involved. We don't know what role her mother played in it. We don't know any of that. Okay, so I'm not going to put any other questions out in the air because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards here. Okay, and I'm just going to call them. Okay, so the first card is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Okay, um, and right off the bat. Okay. Oh, let me finish interpreting the Two of Wands. Okay, the Two of Wands is there's someone who is at the very head of this, who is not happy with the way that things are going because people were supposed to have shut up about it, weeks ago, and they're not. Okay, and they're continuing to go, and people are continuing to break down these videos and decode the editing that's been, that been done to the videos and stuff. And this person is getting very agitated with his people. Okay, and this is a man, overbearing, bossy, powerful, rich, soulless motherfucker. Okay. And the next card was the Two of Cups, which basically says that these motherfuckers were working together. This was a planned out. These people were. There was a lot of people in cahoots, which we already know. Okay, but basically that this was a partnership. Okay, between the little people and the big people, okay, who ultimately took over and who ultimately took Kenneka's life, okay, and she was fighting for her life, okay, at the time. So yeah, so it was a planned, organized partnership. There is a head boss in charge, and this person at this time is agitated because people have. I mean, basically, and I'm gonna say it. I said it the first time. I'm saying it now. The killer has been seen um, on tape. People just don't know which person it is. The case has already been solved. The videos are already out there. The person who is to solve the video is already out there, and that person's videos are already out there. Okay, it's just a matter of time before these are the videos that are uh, going to be ultimately used by law enforcement to help capture the culprits here. Okay. The next card is the Eight of Wands. Okay, the Eight of Wands. Okay, and the Eight of Wands. This is another person. Another person who was involved. Nasty, dirty person. Okay, and this person has been seen probably more than anybody, and is the most suspicious of everybody. Okay, so this person is not at the head, but this is the fucking worker. Okay, that put his fucking hands on her. Okay, uh, they should not have had their hands on Kenneka. Okay, and this person, the Eight of Wands, is the person who began to hurt her. The beginning, the one who was fighting with her, the one who uh, has wounds because she was kicking his motherfucking ass for a while. Okay, this person has wounds from Kenneka. Okay, the Eight of Wands. So there is somebody who has battle scars from fighting with Kenneka. Okay, and it might even be more than one person, but this is somebody who was all over that fucking hotel, like fast movement. That's what this card represents. Fast movement. It represents moving around, communicating. The person that was doing a lot of calling motherfuckers and coordinating shit and doing everything, trying to be everywhere and everything. Okay, these are the people involved right here. Okay, this partnership. So this higher up person was directing this person in the hotel what the fuck to do. Okay. Okay, and the next card is the Lover's card. Okay, and this is somebody who there is somebody. Um, Before I speak on this, just let me Okay. Related to. Okay. I don't know if this is telling me there was a relationship between this person who was moving fast, who was doing a lot of shit in here. Okay, there's somebody here that's married or together. Okay, two of these people are in a relationship. Okay, two of the people are in a relationship. Let's just keep that in mind. I don't know who right now. Um, It kind of feels like it's related to this guy that was moving around, but I'm not exactly sure. But it is somebody that was connected to this. Some one of those people who had their hands on Kenneka, okay, is in a relationship with somebody else that's involved in this. And okay, I'm not going to say too much more. Okay, we're just going to leave that there for the moment. The Five of Cups is again, I believe this came up, I know it came up in one of my other readings, and I'm trying to show y'all the image on the card. Basically represents a person who has lost everything and but is looking forward to the future. Okay, and in this case, in the last reading, that card was relating to her mother. And in this reading, it is Kenneka. Okay, so basically, Kenneka has uh, accepted at this point that she is no longer here. She is reaching out to anyone who is able to feel her, which is why so many people are being affected. And it's because she was so wronged by so many people, betrayed in the worst way. I mean, you know, this is like the most bizarre uh, thing. You know, I'm not going to say the most bizarre thing to ever have happened, but what I'm going to say is that it's the most bizarre thing to come to light. Okay, and we have the spotlight shined on it. People who have believed that things like this happened in the past were referred to as conspiracy theorists. Okay, and you know, people are going to learn sooner or later that there is no such thing as science fiction. There is what your mind can handle and what they are preparing your mind to handle. Okay, there is only truth. There is no science fiction. Okay, and so therefore the truth is stranger than fiction. And those whose minds are still plugged into the matrix, about to have the shock of your lives, because there are things that you think are impossible that are so fucking possible, that are so happening. Okay? The next card is the Four of Cups. Okay? And the questions in the air are, why did this happen? How did it happen? What are we missing here? And where do we go from here? Okay? And this is the Four of Cups representing emotions. Um, where do we go from here is we have to try to make sure that this does not happen again. Okay, the Four of Cups represents the hope for change, and this again is Kenneka. So what Kenneka wants is for us to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Okay, whatever changes have to be made to the way that we handle these things happening in our community from those who come from outside. she wants that to change. Okay, we have to take care of one another because as we see and as y'all see, ain't nobody else taking care of us. No one else is concerned. Okay, so if Black lives matter to you, act like they matter. Okay, don't waste your time trying to insist that your life matters to someone else. You can't make your life matter to someone else. You can, however, demonstrate how much it matters to you. Okay, whatever that means to you, but in whatever way that manifests itself in your life. Okay. The last card I have is the Six of Wands. The questions are: what happened? Why? What are we missing? And where do we go from here? The Six of Wands is saying that Kenneka is telling me that um, it's working itself out. Okay, just like she told me in the beginning, this is going to be um, solved. Now, I'm not going to say that every single person, especially the main people, there are some people who probably, I'm not going to say who probably will not be touched by this, but the people who actually put their hands on Kenneka and the people who hurt Kenneka, they are going to pay. Okay, and ultimately, spiritually, okay, cosmologically, uh, everyone involved is going to pay. This I know for sure. This I know for sure. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to revisit this case again. It is very draining. It is very emotional. Uh, yeah. So I don't even want to go back over summing this up. I'm gonna just leave it here for y'all to go back over the tape if you want to, and you know. But basically, the whole thing is basically saying that yeah, you know what? I'm just go ahead and sum it up since you know what I'm saying. It's just a lot. You know, this is a lot, y'all. Y'all don't understand how this affects those of us who are actually doing the reading. It's not easy at all. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to do it, but yeah, so again, the friends did this strictly for the money. The money convinced them to basically betray Kenneka, to turn on Kenneka. And again, the girls that they are portraying as her close friends, she was not as close to them. She may have been at some point in life, but not. But there is somebody who was there who did not know what was happening. Okay, to Kenneka. And that person is really sad. I think that person's gonna have a lot to do with everything coming out. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Okay, and again, there was a lot of people involved. Um, the little people basically handed Kenneka over to the devil, and they violated this baby in every way that they could think of. And then a lot of people are wondering. Yes, I do believe that her organs were harvested. I do believe her organs and tissue was harvested. That every part of her was taken and used um, in a way that we don't approve of. Okay, in the way that her ancestors do not approve of, in a way that our ancestors are not happy about, and that are not going to accept. Period. Okay? And it's not just because, it's not just because this is not the first time that this has happened. Okay? Y'all need to understand this. The movie Get Out, it's not science fiction, in case y'all didn't know that. Uh, Stay woke, family. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Stay woke. And stay tuned. I'm going to come back. Probably not today because this is a lot. Um, I've been asked to look into the Kendrick Johnson case, which is another heartbreaking case that at the time when it happened, I didn't want to look at it. I don't want to look at a lot of this stuff because, you know, there's only so much a person's heart can take, and when you're connected to the Divine Mother, when these are children, these are young people, you just feel it in your, to your very, in your gut. And it's not something that anybody would call upon themselves, okay? So, which is why it's been a while since I've done a reading on these. So I will come back. I'm going to look into Kendrick Johnson, and then I'll go to some of the other things that people have asked me to look into. Okay. So, but ultimately, the Six of Wands is saying at the end of the day, there will be good news. And Kenneka will be satisfied that the people who hurt her are going to pay. Okay, so y'all can take this tape, go back over it, give me some feedback, good or bad. I appreciate it all. And yeah, so I'm gonna go take another bath. Okay, and until we meet again, my people, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what you gotta do to make shit happen. Peace.